This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Double dog, that's the way. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. 36. And no touchdown.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it. Check. Watch 54. I'm trying to collect. 25. Check 25.
Watson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the shit.
To throw is Watson. And Daniels has it, left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Shift! Watch the shift! Check it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Come on, D! Right. He's telling right here. He's telling the right. 24! Hey, we got 4 now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What's that? 19! 50 to Mike. Down to lose 1. 24!
From the gun, here's Watson, rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This is it. 19. Mike 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Slam, alert.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He finds his running back, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
At the Broncos 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check 13. Check 13.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check 3.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mike 56. Roll out. Check 43.
On second and 9, Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. 55. Check 55. Fair. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Set. 18 Gator. Here we go, again. Score. Kill.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and 11. On second down, here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Check safety, check safety.
They run again on first down, Chubb. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Tackles, tackles.
SOS, 24. SOS. 49. 59.
Check the backer, check the backer.
From the 22, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
At the 43-yard line.
Like 88.
Like 50.
Check back.
Rush in.
26.
Rush in. Undercrush.
24.
Check. Watch safety.
24 is down. He's coming.
Safety's creeping.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Situation. Let's go. Check the
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Block now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 60 or. Hey, Sam on.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
He's coming. We got this.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Block now to throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the 2nd half, still down by that slim margin. Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Pick the edge. Go.
Kill. Wide, get wide.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw.
56. Pick me up. Here we go.
On first down, Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Ready, break.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Another run by Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's third down and inches. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us what...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Check it out, Reed.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, turn it up. Watch twist.
Get down.
Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Watson on third down. And he finds Daniels. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mixon with a first down carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Danny. Mike's 47. At 55. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He don't know no better.
No. Off. Check.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Give him 30 yards there. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Watch the twist. 54 Mike. 54 9 of go.
On 2nd and goal. Watson being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They come out here in the eye. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yo.
On first down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Tight go, tight go, tight go. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Leo.
Shift.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the counter, Lindsey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they get the score still down. The bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Slam. Switch. At 31.
Check 50.
Back.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54. Get in the way. 6 guys. Check 6.
Watson. Big hold of the 30. Over the middle, it's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Set. 70. Indy. Bam. Bam. Get that ball. Get that ball. Go. Slam. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Raiders, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.